Tonight, before you head to bed, take just a moment to look closely at your ankles. It may seem like a small, insignificant habit, but it can reveal important clues about how your body is functioning beneath the surface. Gently press 2 fingers into the soft area just above your ankle bone and hold them there for several seconds. Then remove your fingers and pay attention to what happens next. If the indentation disappears almost immediately, that's generally expected. But if that mark remains for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or even a full minute before the skin slowly returns to normal, your body could be signaling that something deserves closer attention. Many people assume this kind of swelling is simply another unavoidable part of getting older. They believe that once they pass the age of 60, swollen ankles and heavy legs are just something they have to accept. In reality, persistent pitting swelling is not considered a normal consequence of healthy aging. It often reflects changes in the way fluid is being managed throughout the body. And understanding why it happens is the first step toward addressing it. Unfortunately, this is rarely explained during a routine medical appointment. Most people leave with only vague understanding of what's happening. They may be advised to eat less salt, keep an eye on their heart, or try medication that removes excess water from the body. While those recommendations can be appropriate in certain situations, they often fail to answer the most important question: what is actually causing the swelling in the first place? Many individuals begin taking a water pill, hoping it will solve the problem completely. Instead, they find themselves making constant trips to the bathroom, while their ankles still become swollen by the end of each day. They may feel more tired, more frustrated, and no closer to understanding the real issue. Eventually, they are told the swelling is simply being managed, even though it continues to interfere with their comfort and daily routine. In this discussion, we're going to take a different approach. Rather than simply treating the symptom, we'll explore the hidden system inside your body that plays a major role in controlling fluid balance, a system that often receives very little attention despite how important it is. By the end, you'll understand why swelling develops, why it often becomes more noticeable after 60, and how a simple evening routine may help support your body's natural ability to move excess fluid more effectively. Welcome to Vital Aging, where understanding your body is the first step toward taking better care of it. Before we go any further, I'd love to know a little about you. Take a moment to share your first name and let us know where you're watching from in the comments. The Vital Aging community includes people from all over the world, and it's always encouraging to see so many individuals taking an active interest in protecting their health. Reading your experiences also helps us understand the questions and challenges that matter most. There are three common habits that quietly interfere with your body's ability to move excess fluid out of your legs. And many people practice them every day without realizing the effect they can have. Even if you begin following a healthy routine to support your lymphatic system, these hidden obstacles can limit your progress. Fortunately, once you recognize them, they are often much easier to manage than you might expect. The first is hidden sodium. Most people believe they consume too much salt only if they frequently reach for the salt shaker during meals. In reality, the majority of sodium in the average diet comes from packaged and processed foods, rather than the salt added at the table. Bread, canned soups, processed meats, frozen meals, sauces, salad dressings, cheese, seasoning mixes, and even foods that don't taste particularly salty can contain surprisingly large amounts of sodium. When sodium intake becomes excessive, your body naturally holds on to more water. This extra fluid doesn't simply remain inside your blood vessels. A portion of it gradually moves into the surrounding tissues, making swelling in the ankles and lower legs more noticeable. You may believe you've dramatically reduced your salt intake simply by avoiding table salt, while unknowingly consuming high amounts through everyday convenience foods. Reading nutrition labels and choosing lower sodium alternatives can make a meaningful difference over time. The second habit is prolonged evening sitting. After dinner, many people settle into a favorite chair to watch television, read, or relax before bed. There's absolutely nothing wrong with resting after a busy day. The problem arises when those hours pass with very little movement. During this period, your calf muscles remain inactive, reducing the pumping action that helps move lymph fluid upward toward the rest of the body. By the end of several hours of sitting, fluid has had plenty of time to collect in the lower legs. Much of that fluid must then be reabsorbed overnight while you're trying to sleep. This process can contribute to nighttime bathroom trips and may interfere with restful sleep. The goal isn't to eliminate your evening relaxation. Instead, it's simply to include brief periods of movement that keep your lymphatic system active without disrupting your routine. The third habit is alcohol consumption, especially later in the evening. While moderate drinking may fit safely into many people's lifestyles, it's helpful to understand how alcohol can influence fluid balance. Alcohol causes small blood vessels near the skin's surface to widen, allowing fluid to leave the circulation more easily and enter surrounding tissues. It also affects hormones that help regulate your body's fluid balance, often increasing urine production during the night. As a result, you may experience a combination of greater fluid accumulation in your legs before bedtime and more frequent nighttime awakenings to use the bathroom. This can leave you feeling less rested the following morning, while also contributing to the cycle of swelling that repeats